Hey guys, Eric here with Mark and Made. It's Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving, and we just got in our F2 Ultra UV. So we're going to go ahead and get this set up today. I didn't do a full unboxing video because those are already out there and there's no point doing the same thing. So what we are going to do, go through the calibration real quick. We're going to run a test project and then we're going to give our first impressions before we do our demo this weekend. For anybody interested, we are doing a demo at our Roanoke, Virginia location on Sunday. That's this Sunday, the 30th, I believe, the Sunday after Thanksgiving. It's going to be from 2 to 4 p.m. We'll have another couple demos coming up for demo days here in Roanoke. So if you're close or you're in Virginia, come check us out. Without further delay, let's get into it. All right, guys, we're going to go handheld for this next part because it's just a bit easier. So I might come back with the screen recording, but nonetheless, we'll do this. So we just plugged in our F2 Ultra UV, hooked it up to the new version of xTool Studio, and it immediately prompts for calibration. So all you have to do is click Start Calibration and then go through the steps on the screen. It's going to tell you exactly what to do. First of all, you're going to want to grab one of your calibration cards. These are the plain ones, not the ones for the inner engraving, like this. And then you're going to want to throw it down on your plate. So we put that down here on the plate and we actually need to tape that down. So we'll go ahead and tape it before we get started here. All right, so now that we're taped down here, we're going to make sure that it's not popping up on any of the edges, of course, so that it's laying flat without any bulges. And then we're going to come over and click next. The machine's going to go ahead and autofocus probably. Let's go ahead and shut the lid down. Yep, what do you know? That's the next step. Shut the lid down, click Engrave, just like setting up any other F series. The enclosure isn't closed all the way, apparently. There we go. Had another like 16th of an inch to go. Then we'll click Engrave, and then we'll click the Start button on the control panel. All right, so once you click Start, that took a total of 3 seconds to complete, and it's made 2 little targets on there, if you can see them. So once that's done, we're going to click the Next button, and you can zoom in and align these manually, but from my experience on the F2 Ultra, the cameras were good enough that it auto-aligned pretty well, so we're going to auto-align, and it looks like it did that just fine. And then we're going to click Next. And now it wants to do another calibration, so let's remove the scratch paper and ensure the thing is clean and flat. This is just going to make sure that that blue light and that red light are over each other when nothing is on the base plate. Let's close this down, this part, and then we'll click Calibrate again. Thickness measurement completed, click Next. Check that they're overlapping. So when I look over here, those are overlapping. So we are good to go. We're just going to click Overlapped and calibration is done. So that's how easy it is to calibrate the F2 Ultra, guys. Check out the rest of our videos too. We're going to do a quick test on this next. It'll be listed in this video and as its own video, but let's get started with engraving something clear. All right, so we're going to engrave something clear just as a quick test. I don't know how this is going to turn out, but I might need to run a materials test, which we will do after if I need to. These are crystal or like really thick acrylic slash glass, and we've been UV printing on them, but we want to try to laser engrave this. So what we're going to do is put it down. I'm going to use this black cover because I found out the hard way that you will go right through something clear, even with the UV light on there. So we're not going to do that again. So we're going to use the black plate just because I don't want to get a piece of paper and I don't care what the bottom side of these looks like. So we're going to put that under there, shut this lid, and we put the masking tape on there so that it's going to focus on the actual, well, I guess not actual, it's going to be a tiny bit thicker, but it's going to focus on where that laser is instead of focusing on the black tray all the way through. So it's coming in with a spot of 24 millimeters. So now that that's done that, let's go ahead and pull this masking tape off. And then since we moved it a little, we're going to refresh. I put a super quick design together just by doing like a little snowflake actually from xTool's library. And then writing in Merry Christmas, doing a quick double outline to give it like a sticker effect. And we're just going to position that roughly here. Let's do an outline frame real quick to make sure it's where we want. And that looks pretty good. Shut that all the way. So then we'll stop framing. I have no idea what to do as settings for this. So we're just going to go 100 power, like 200-ish speed. Let's do 190. And then let's do 500 lines per centimeter at 40 kilohertz. And then we're going to process, hit start. We're going to hit our button. This is going to take, I don't remember how long, about 6 minutes. So I'm going to let this run. I put it really slow just to make sure we get in the glass, and we will come back when it's done, or actually, I'll probably just time lapse the engraving. All right, so just under 7 minutes, 6 minutes, 56 seconds on the timer. Let's pop this up and see what it looks like. At first glance, it looks pretty good. We're going to need to clean it off, of course. But let's hit it with a wipe real quick and we'll see how this turned out. Let's just use the old handy F1 as something to hold this with as I do this one-handed. All right, it's a quick, easy wipe. And as you can see, it really does look great. It looks good from the back too. You might want to think about maybe mirroring and engraving on the back side, depending on what look you're looking for. This looks very good though, no fracturing, um, as is common with the results we get on the CO2 lasers. So no fracturing at all, no messy sprays or coatings. And from the back, it would probably look even better from the back. So I think on the next one, we'll engrave mirrored and then we'll display this side facing forward or do something that doesn't have text and therefore, it doesn't have a right and a wrong way. So very happy with that. We're going to do a settings, a materials test array here when we have more time and figure out some great settings for glass, but for a quick and dirty, in a hurry, getting out the door, those settings did really well on the UV. All right, thanks for hanging out with us, guys. That's pretty much it today. Again, we're in a super hurry to get out of town. It's the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, and we need to run down to my mom's house in Tennessee. So that was our final result. It looks really good. It looks really good from the back. Think about flipping it and doing it on the back side. Again, those settings were 100% power, 195 speed or 190 speed, and 500 LPC. We'll post an update when we do a test grid on one of these, probably over the weekend, and get some time. And if you're out and about in Roanoke, Virginia, come by our store on Sunday from 2 to 4 p.m. There's a link in the description of this to sign up for a spot for the demo. It's completely free. You'll get to leave with a sample, make some samples here. And then the xTool F2 UV goes live tonight. So if you haven't already, I think the deposit period might be over or is closing very quickly. So get your deposit in, use a code that I'll drop in the description to save another 100 off of the retail price when it launches, even if you have the pre-order. And if you have any questions, hit us up on our Facebook group, drop a comment on the video. Look forward to catching up with you, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.